Hello, hello, hello out there. Well, we have to do the video over. If you happen to see the video earlier today, you would know that it was a total fail. I don't know what happened, what was going on, but it didn't work. It sounded like I went to computer knees language. I don't know, computer language. Turned into a robot. But anyway, I thought I'd pop on here tonight. I'm not going to be on too long. I will show you guys some of that video. I will be taking the video off of the channel. So now's the time to watch it. If you're watching live, go watch it now and come back to this, I guess. I don't know. I am going to pull it down just because it's crazy. So, um, it was about the video was about my class prep and such, and now the computer seems to be working just fine. It is kind of nuts because I was the only one home, so no other devices were on our internet or anything. We had nobody here, so nobody was on our Wi-Fi. It just didn't work right. It was as if it wasn't connecting right, or the speed, or something was wrong. But this video now is fine. And also, my second monitor, which is a TV, wasn't working correctly either. So I don't know what was going on, but everything's back up as if nothing happened. Sometimes I'm like, did it really happen? But it is on the internet, so yes, it really happened. But anyway, in that video I was doing class prep for our Monday, day 54 session, and I will just come on here and do this a little bit too. It's just not been my day. I had to leave my class early today too because of a personal thing, and just it's not been my day. Some days you just don't have good days, and today is that for me, so which is fine. It is what it is. But I am good now, and apparently the internet is too. So Freddie's cooking dinner. It's cold here again, by the way. It's cold again. And yeah, so I am sort of freezing. It's not too bad, but yeah, it was like 85 degrees yesterday, and today it's 40 something. So yeah, wild weather in Florida. It is true. It really exists. So if you're not from Florida and you're like, oh, those Floridians are crazy talking about their weather, we have ridiculous weather here. Ridiculous. One way or another. So the project I'm working on with the kids, this is my upcycle class, and I'm gonna bring you guys down here to the tabletop in just a second, but it's basically we're gonna be making these little animal heads that are like portraits, funny portraits of animal heads. Um, I don't want to say they're like taxidermy because they're made of paper and um yeah, so it's not like a taxidermy thing. Um it's just like a funny portrait of little animal heads. And we're basically making them with cardboard like this, egg cartons, the inside points of egg cartons, and they're going to use fabric in it. I've got some fabrics here. These are all fabric samples, so we're upcycling those. I get those from different designers that we work with, and also a great organization that we go to collect supplies at called Resource Depot. So, all in all, this is an upcycle project using materials that would just normally be tossed away. So, I thought I would share and just show you the logistics of how it works. So let me see if I can get this other camera in here. I've got it facing this way. It's going to come way down here to the tabletop. I've already tested about where it needs to be, which is about there. I really need to figure out how to get my camera. I would like to have it above me. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that. So anyway, it's coming soon. Maybe. I don't know. All right, well, let's take it to the tabletop. 3, 2, 1, click. All right, here we are at the tabletop. Let me move my image. Let's just put me up here on top of that. So I'm just gonna push the in the corner. I did put the silicone mat down here because I was going to also work with some other products tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to that. It's just been one of those days. So here's our egg carton material. This is cardboard just cut out. This is a roughly 4x4. The fabric samples that I have, I just love these. I love these so much I don't want to use them. The texture is just awesome. Um, but I thought that this little animal, I like this too. In fact, I just recently, last Thursday, painted. I used to paint a lot in kind of this style. So I think I'm going to use this one for the background. And these come in a big booklet, basically, of fabric, and you can just rip them out. Look how cool this one is, too. This is fun. Um, so they're glued together, and you just rip them apart. So, but I love this a lot. Like this is the company that makes this. So these are all sample fabrics for designers. Whew, I am yawning tonight. Um, Look at this one. This is pretty too. Has a little bit of a sheen to it. So my little animal I'm creating is going to be obviously a cutesy girl, but we're going to use these fabrics to cover our cardboard, so we don't need the whole thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off. Do I have my good scissors here? I have my good scissors. I hide my good scissors because I don't want Freddy. I mean, look at them. They're quite big to mess them up. This is the name brand of them. Pro shears. Listen. They're this big. They're ginormous. Um, so I'm just gonna go on here and just cut this. These are fabric scissors. That's why I don't let Freddie touch them. The last time I had fabric scissors, well, let's just say it was not a good thing. So with this, I can put this on the cardboard and we can glue this with tacky glue. And there's all kinds of glues that you could use. You could use Fabri-Tac, but in this case, tacky glue will do just fine. We'll do the narrow sides on there first. Um, So the way this will work, oh, maybe I should show y'all first. Okay, so this is getting covered with fabric. This is going to be the nose of my little creature. I think I'm going to make it like a fox or a cute little bat. I love that these stayed intact. So I might make it into a bat, and in order to do that, I mean, don't you think little bats could be cute sometimes, right? They're misunderstood. They're really good creatures, and they basically eat a lot of mosquitoes. So I'm just going to cut off this down here on this side, these two pieces, and I'm going to turn these into ears, and then we have a little nose here. And it's going to go on here like this. So this fabric's here, so this is going to be like this. This is going to be a very stylish little bat. I'm just going to make these ears a little bit more round, cut some off. So this paper, this is egg carton paper. So you don't have these have not had eggs in them or touched them. One of the things about the class is I always, oh, that ear's a little wonky, but we can fix that. I always check. It's so nice the school has listings whether kids have allergies or not. Now, being a mom of a child with severe food allergies, I totally get it. And I always make sure that if I'm using any kind of products with the kiddos, that it's not going to cause them any allergic reactions. So doesn't it look like a little bat or even a fox? It could even be a little fox. But how cute is that? This is just the inside of an egg carton. Like I said, it's not a used egg carton. These are at Costco, and then they have the eggs like stacked on in big container or big boxes. And yeah, so this has not ever touched any eggs. Just the egg cartons. Actually, cardboard. They were stacked up in layers, and then they had cardboard in between, and like big sheets of cardboard, and they had these there. So I picked them up. It's a great resource if you're looking for some place to pick up boxes and such. Go to your local big box store to go get boxes. You can get cardboard, you can get paper, you can get all kinds of stuff there. So basically this is going to get painted as far as the face and everything. And it's also going to be wearing clothes because that's cute. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue. This is tacky glue. And I'm just going to put some glue around the edges here. This glue is tacky, so it doesn't take a lot of glue. So that should be plenty. I'm going to fold the short sides in first. Now, normally when you are doing upholstery things, you would miter the cut and everything. I'm not doing that with this one. Oh, I didn't even get the glue close to the edge on that side. Um, so I left my clips up there. I meant to bring the clips. We'll just hold on to that for a second while it sticks. Um, and this fabric is really stiff fabric, so maybe I need to reach and grab these clips. Hold on. I'm getting glue all over. Let me grab my clips. These are the clips that I use here in the studio for my projects. I grab some more glue and put it closer to the edge on this side. I'm going to use the dispenser to just push the glue around and cap it off. Oops, I didn't really want to do that, but it's alright. Sorry, that's out of focus. You guys forgive me on that. So we're just going to line it back up and we'll use these clips to hold it in place while it dries. I'm just going to lay it on there, grab my clips, and clip it on. So, by the way, I'm Nikki. Did I even say that? I probably didn't. I was just so flustered with the whole computer thing today. And we make fun artsy stuff here. So if you're into that, consider subscribing. We are on here every single day. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I'm an artist. Let's get crazy with it, right? I just dropped a clip. See, getting crazy with them, dropping clips all over the floor. So this is just going to hold it there so that tacky glue sets up. And in a normal world, we would take and do this mitering. Maybe I can. Maybe I can do it. Let's do it the right way. Let's upholster this piece of cardboard the right way. I do have an upholstery project that I need to do. It's a big project, and I have been looking for just the right fabric for it. And yes, I know how to sew. I just don't do it too often. But yeah, I have a mid-century couch we have a mid-century couch that Freddie and I picked up actually on Marketplace. And it needs to be reupholstered. And I'm pretty excited about it. I did buy everything but fabric to do it. I'm trying to get this clip. Okay, got it. So I have everything but the actual fabric. And I don't know. I've been on a mission to find fabric for this couch for almost a year and a half. So maybe I'll get it done sometime. So once you have that in there, what you do is you push the corner down and then fold it in. But it might not work. I'm just going to fold it in as best as I can. And that's already kind of tacked up there, so I'm going to fold the corner in. And this, I will let this dry for a while before I I actually say, okay, it's ready to go. Um, so just gonna fold that one in, move this clip over, and then this one, fold this one in. And the back of this doesn't matter so much because it's going to get mounted on another thing. So I'm not too concerned with it on the back. I'll probably trim some of this or just glue it down more later on. But there it is. So that's what it's going to look like once I take all the clips off. Super duper cute. Then the little head's going to go here, but that's not the only thing that's going to go on there. We're going to make a little shirt out of some of this fabric. I'm just not sure which one I like the most. They're all so pretty. And man, I really like these. That doesn't really go that much with it. But this is what the project is. And I'm looking through these fabrics here. We'll move this out of the way. So we can take a look here. Oh, this one might work. Huh, or this one. No, this one. Like this. Or this one, or that one, or this one, or that one. I do have some more that are colorful, but I think if we go too busy, you won't see the dynamic of the colors. These, I don't even know why I brought these out. These are pretty neutral. So, but I do have this too that could be used as a little shirt. I don't know. I like this one, and no, I like this one better. Okay. There's just too many to choose from. It's so hard to pick. All right. So my little bat, what what outfit should it be wearing? Well, let me take a look at it with the fabrics. Maybe we'll go with this. This is cute. It's gonna look a little like a little sweater. So how cute would it be to see a little bat with it wearing a sweater? So we're gonna use this, I think. Yep, that's good. I'll probably mount it like this way. All right, so we've got that. And what I need to do is I need to make a little sweater template. So this piece of cardboard is the other side of this one. So I know that it's the same width as that. And what I will do is I'm going to take and just draw what would be a cute little sweater for this little bat. And if its head is here, let's pull this up. Its head's here. Its sweater would come down roughly, here's its neck, and we're gonna say it's gonna come down to about from here to here. And you guys might not be able to see those pencil marks. Or maybe we make an angle like this. And then it's gonna come over and down for shoulders because this is a funny little bat. So I'm gonna think that that's probably okay. Yep, I think that's good. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this pattern out here. So that's my sweater pattern. And we're going to use that. We're just going to take these scissors. Now I have this other, I talked about these ceramic blades. I could use this. They are super nice when cutting and opening up boxes and such. So I figured I will try to use this I don't want to mess up my silicone mat, to cut the cardboard, and it works perfect. Now, in my class, I do not let the kids use this kind of thing for obvious reasons. When I was at the class, this one kid says, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "It's not for you." Is it's not supposed to cut your skin, but I think that it could cut your skin. So I'm just gonna peel this shape out of here. So it's just a rough cut. We're gonna throw that back there. Maybe I'll use the scissors now. Just to get a little tighter cut there. So this is a sweater for a bat. If bats wore sweaters, this would be it. And they would need sweaters right now because it's for us Floridians. I know we are like, it's so cold. And you guys up north, my friend in New Jersey, she's like, got these dogs and she's trying to get them to go out today. It was really cute. So with that, we're going to use the template to actually draw the fabric shape. This shape. We're going to test it with our fox. So it looks like the fox is wearing a little sweater, right? Let me move it in frame a little bit more. So you'll have the background and the sweater and the fox head or bat head. It's gonna be a bat, not a fox. I keep thinking fox because I saw people using a fox and a reindeer for these, but you can use whatever animal you want to try to make. So what I plan to do is I want to make sure that when I use this fabric that it lines up pretty perfect. Um, a friend of mine has my other scissors. I should call her and say, "Hey, do you have my scissors?" She has my pinking shears, and she's actually teaching a is it a textile class or something like that? So she's been using those. So I'm just tracing over this with a pencil. It's just going to give me the rough shape. Go in and redraw it. And that's basically the shape that we're going for. And it looks like this. And I'm going to attempt to cut this fabric with this, and hopefully it won't unravel. But one thing, I'm gonna cut it out first and then do the detail cut afterwards. So you have to watch when working with fabrics, and that's why I should have the pinking shears, because they will unravel. Like this will just keep coming apart. Hopefully, it will not do that for me this time. I'm just gonna cut right across the bottom. There are these little lines there, so I'm just following those lines to get the edge of the sweater a nice sort of straight edge. And then just going to cut around the shape. If you miss the line, it's kind of okay. If you're outside the line, it just makes the sweater a little bit bigger. If you're inside the line, it makes it a little bit smaller. And yeah. So I'm just going to go and finish cutting this right now and then show you guys roughly what it's going to look like, and I'll put it together later because I just got the what I call the bat signal from Freddie that dinner is ready. So he just gave me the sound saying, "Hey, it's time to eat." And this should be set up. Tacky glue sets up pretty quickly, so I'm going to go ahead and take off these clips so you guys can see what it kind of looks like. Yes, I know that's coming up there. Uh, let's take them off. There's a little string. Cut this tiny string off. I'll clean that up later. But this is roughly what it's gonna be. And so it has a little sweater. And then when I do I'm gonna mount this over the top of the neck and make it go in on the neck like this. And then we'll paint and do detail work on the little bat. But this is what I'm working with the kids right now. So they're doing animal portraits, and this will also get like a bigger piece of cardboard with some like curvy edges so it looks like it's in a little frame. But how cute, right? All made from upcycled materials, things that I've picked up, or cardboard boxes that have been delivered, egg cartons, and extra fabric that's just laying around. So I can't wait to paint this, and yeah, super cute. So let me go back to the regular screen. Hello, I'm back over here. Let's move this camera. The camera equipment is over here. And so this is what it looks like. Isn't it cute? It's gonna be so much fun. The kids started it today. You can even tilt the head a little bit to give it extra character. But we'll figure out which direction she's gonna be looking. I might even put earrings on my bat. So I just want to say do we know it cuts our skin? I just saw your message there, extra booty. Yeah. I don't know if that was a different thing that happened with. It's not the same. So this is the ceramic cutter. It's actually got pencil marks on it. It's made it is a ceramic blade. It's not metal. So, and always put it back in after you're done. That's important. So, I hope you guys like this quick little mini tutorial of what we're making in our class, and it's time for me to go have dinner. It is 7:25 p.m., and that's kind of late for having dinner, but we've just been busy today. Anyway, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for you guys and anybody who's watching this on the replay. If you were here live, yay. If you're here on the replay, yay. And if you are new here, consider subscribing, ring the bell for notifications, like this video, and share it with somebody who likes to be artsy, because that's what we do here. All right. This is Nikki with Tiny Doors WPB, and this has been Art O'Clock, and this is Monday. Day 54, guys, straight on YouTube. So we'll see you later. So good night, good afternoon, or good morning, whenever you're watching this video, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.